This is the Giants Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Francisco Giants, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Locked On Giants Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR. And today, the San Francisco Giants won another tight one, a walk-off walk for Wilmer Flores in the 10th inning to lift them over the Athletics. It's the 6th walk-off win of the season for the Giants, and it's the 5th series win at Oracle Park so far this year. But we wouldn't have gotten there if it wasn't for that stellar pitching by the Giants today. Landon Roupp, absolutely stellar today as he spun 6 innings of shutout ball, and the bullpen, man, tough as nails. 4 innings, only 1 base runner allowed. Are you kidding me? Is this the best bullpen in baseball? We'll break that all down. But first, I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Giants YouTube channel. If you aren't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for listening on the Locked On Giants podcast feed. However you're tuning in, we appreciate you checking the show out. Make sure to check out the Locked On Giants Daily Show for more in-depth coverage. My guy, Ben Kaspick, always does a great job. In this one, Severino, who started for the A's today, and Landen Roupp were both, just locked in. Both guys had very similar stat lines today. Both went 6 innings. Landen Roupp gave up 5 hits, Severino 4. Roupp walked 2, Severino walked 1. Both had 5 strikeouts, and both had a very good day. The Giants could not do anything against Luis Severino. They really were just, searching for hits all day long. Only 5 hits in total for the Giants. So they somehow pulled this win off in that 10th inning in extras by only getting 1 hit, and it was not a home run. So the Giants really lucky in a way to win this game. They didn't even pick up a hit in that 10th inning. Actually, it was a walk from Lamont Wade Jr. that got it started, and then that brings us to our turning point from tonight's game.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And the turning point was Pat Bailey laying down a great sack bunt right after that Lamont Wade Jr. walk, because it set up second and third, and it put the A's in a strikeout position. They had to have strikeouts from that point forward. Miller got Fitzgerald to strike out swinging, but then they intentionally walk Mike Yastrzemski with 2 outs to set up the bases loaded situation, because that makes sense. You don't want your infield having to play in and come home with the ball. You can go to any base, force everywhere. Defensively, it made sense. Also, gives Miller the righty-righty matchup instead of the righty-lefty matchup. And so all of that worked out. However, the guy that they were putting up there in the box was Wilmer Flores, who just went yard 3 times last night. And I know that the A's are, probably not looking to throw Wilmer Flores any more 96-mile-an-hour fastballs right down the middle, or maybe slightly towards the inner third of the plate. Wilmer Flores didn't get any inside pitches at all today. Didn't really get anything over the plate either. And, they were just avoiding him what felt like all day long. He had 3 walks in today's game, and that third walk generated the game-winning RBI. And by the way, that RBI puts Wilmer Flores atop all of Major League Baseball as your MLB league leader for RBIs. Aaron Judge today went 0 for 5, 3 strikeouts. Hey, our guy Wilmer did better than that. So Wilmer Flores right now, the best RBI man in all of Major League Baseball. And this is not anything. It's new territory for Wilmer Flores. But as far as walk-offs, there isn't anybody better in baseball. In the last decade, Wilmer Flores has had 14 walk-off plate appearances since 2014, and it's the most in Major League Baseball over that span. It's according to Sarah Langs. If you aren't following Sarah Langs on Twitter, you absolutely should be. Sarah Langs is one of the best statisticians in all of baseball. She's always got some golden nuggets for Giants fans. But, man, what a game by the Giants. But that Pat Bailey bunt, man, was so key to setting it all up. Without that Pat Bailey bunt, you don't get Wilmer to bat in this in that 10th inning unless Mike Yastrzemski had delivered. You never know what could have happened there. But the Bailey bunt set up that walk to Yaz, which put Wilmer in the box, and just a great end to this Giants game. And the Giants have won yet another series at Oracle Park. At Oracle this year now, they're 5-2 in series wins and losses. So, I mean, you'll take that any given day of the week. Giants are absolutely rolling at Oracle right now, and that's great to see. I mean, we want to see more offense. Don't get me wrong. Like the Giants, it's been a struggle, especially lately with runners in scoring position. Today, they don't even pick up a hit with runners in scoring position, 0 for 4 in such situations, but they did do a phenomenal job of keeping the A's from scoring in those runners in scoring position situations. The A's were just 1 for 10 in those situations. And by the way, that one hit that they got was it was a good play by Fitz in the top of the 4th inning with Lawrence Butler on second base. Fitz did a good job to knock the ball down and prevent Butler from scoring, because if that ball gets into the outfield, the A's take the lead there, and we don't even get to extra innings today. So a great job by Fitz to knock it down. Would have liked to see him make that play. I think Christian Koss honestly probably makes that play, gets the out at first, not just knocks the ball down. But hey, we know that Fitz is not like a prototypical second baseman. That's not his natural position, so to speak. I don't know if Fitz really does have a natural position out there. We just know that he's pretty good at a lot of different defensive spots. I mean, we've seen this guy play everywhere from shortstop to third base to first base to second base to center field. We have seen this guy go everywhere for the Giants on the out there on the diamond. So it's going to take some time for Fitz to get used to playing second base. He's been out for a little while, knocking off that rust. I think we still need to give Fitz a little bit of time defensively before we rake him over the coals for not making a play like that. But in that situation, he did exactly what he needed to do. He knocked the ball down, prevented the run from scoring, and it ended up being a pretty big play for the Giants, because I mean it's arguably just as big of a turning point in this game as that Pat Bailey bunt. If that run had scored, this game wouldn't have gone to extra innings, and we wouldn't have had a Wilmer Flores walk-off walk to send us all home happy. So interesting game out there at Oracle Park today. The Giants improved to 27-19. They are 8 games over 500. We're creeping into the back half of May now. I mean, are we ready to admit that the Giants are actually a good team? I keep seeing a bunch of people in the chat every show we do saying that the Giants are going to have this regression. They're going to fall back to 500 eventually, yada, yada, yada. I don't see it happening, man. Like I told you guys at the beginning of the season that the win total was set at like 80.5 for a lot of sports books. I told you guys at the beginning of the year, hammer that over, because there's no way that this year's Giants team is going to be worse than last year's team. Just banking on the fact that you're going to have a healthy Jung-Hoo Lee and you have a everyday shortstop, those are 2 huge things, and the Giants are going to be better off for it. And the fact that you're not, just throwing away the first half of the season with Blake Snell just doing whatever the hell he was doing last year for the first couple months of the 2024 season, you have everybody hitting the ground, ready to rumble to start the year, and you don't have these, way late spring training signings, and you aren't trying to work Matt Chapman in on a week's worth of prep time. Everything just seems a little more smooth this season. And I'm not saying the Giants are without flaws. They obviously have a lot of holes. Pat Bailey has been, his bunt today was huge, but he's been pretty terrible at the plate in regards to how the season's gone for him. Lamont Wade Jr., same thing. Both guys still batting under 200. Matt Chapman really hasn't gotten rolling yet. Willie Adames, we haven't seen him hit his full stride. There's been a lot of things that have kind of hampered the Giants in some ways. Yet they're 8 games over 500. This is a good baseball team. This team is going to continue to win. All these guys that we're talking, maybe Bailey doesn't get rolling this year offensively at the plate. He's still framing pitches. He stole like 2 or 3 strikeouts tonight because he's so good at framing pitches. Lamont Wade Jr., we all know what the situation is at first base. They're just biding time until Bryce Eldridge can come up, who, by the way, Bryce last night, 2 bombs in Double-A. So, dude's looking pretty good. He still needs some time down in the minors to develop and all that. But we know that the first base situation is kind of just a placeholder right now. And don't forget, you got Casey Schmidt and Gerard Encarnacion making rehab starts down in AAA. So you're going to have reinforcements soon that are going to offer you a little bit more pop at the plate than Lamont Wade Jr. has been offering you. And I'm supposed to take all that into account and think the Giants are going to get worse as the season goes on? I don't see that happening, man. The Giants are a good baseball team. And by the way, one of the major speed bumps in the Giants starting rotation, we talked about this after his last start, Jordan Hicks moving to the bullpen. Bob Melvin announced today, and Hayden Birdsong is going to start on Tuesday. So Everyone's been clamoring for Birdsong to get a start. Everyone's been clamoring for Hicks to, kind of move back into the bullpen and go to, in my opinion, where he belongs. He's a 2-pitch pitcher. He can't go through the lineup more than twice, and even sometimes that's a bit of a stretch. He's a reliever. He is not a starter. We need to end this experiment. You got plenty of other arms that can go. It's time to see some of those guys. Plus, Carson Whisenhunt has an absolutely insane strikeout to walk ratio right now in AAA. I think it's only a matter of time before he comes up and gets some starts for the Giants this year. We will see what happens. But one thing's for certain, at least for now, it's not going to be Landen Roupp that's going back down to AAA to give Carson Whisenhunt some starts up here, because he had his best start of the 2025 season. Showed everybody why we should still use some patience with this young starter. I think that he really had a lot on display today. We'll break down Landen Roupp's day next on the Locked On Giants postcast. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Have you ever decided at the last minute to head to a ball game with friends or family? Maybe it's game day and you suddenly realize you want to see another walk-off win at Oracle Park. There's been 6 of them so far this year. Got a pretty good chance of seeing one if you get out to the yard sometime soon. And you just want to be there in the stands. That's exactly where Game Time comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without all that stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food. We know those crab sandwiches are pretty pricey, but they are delicious. Drinks, merch, or even a bigger group to come with you. Game Time makes all of that possible. Game Time makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch. Who was thrown out by Mr. Fab today. Shout out Mr. Fab, F-A-B, Fabby Davis Jr. And they've got incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and a lowest price guarantee that takes the worry out of buying. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB and makes it easy to browse the app for an upcoming game. Maybe you want to get out there tomorrow, end the weekend with a nice Giants-A's rivalry matchup. We can't call it the Battle of the Bay anymore, so I guess it's the Battle of I-80, the Battle of the Nut Tree, whatever you want to throw out there. I mean, I'm still searching for names for this one. But Game Time has great last-minute tickets and zone deals for big savings, and gives you seat views in the app before you buy, so you know exactly where you'll be. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. And today's show is also sponsored by FanDuel. The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live with player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays. Fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. And today, man, I took the over on the Landen Roupp strikeouts, and we hit that over 4.5, and he got us 5. So a solid win today for Landen Roupp for us on FanDuel. And if you're looking for NBA bets, I know this is kind of chalk, but I'm going OKC, man. Game 7, we don't know if Aaron Gordon is going to even be healthy enough to get on the court for the Nuggets, and if he's not, I think that's a surefire OKC win. And I think whatever team comes out of the West is going to be winning the whole thing this season. And I don't think it's going to be the Wolves coming out of the West. It's going to be either the Nuggets or the Thunder, if you're asking me. So take it to the bank, put it in on FanDuel. And if you're new to FanDuel, it's the perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com, place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Welcome back to the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel, and today the Giants, their 6th walk-off win of the season, comes by way of a Wilmer Flores bases-loaded walk with 2 outs in extras, just the way the Giants drew it up, right? I mean, 1-0 over the little brother A's. I almost said Oakland Athletics. They should still be in Oakland. That is very unfortunate that this was allowed to happen for the A's to go play in a minor league ballpark out in Sacramento. I still just, it blows my mind that this is happening in a Major League Baseball lexicon, like to a Major League Baseball team. It just blows my mind that Jeff Fisher was allowed to yank this team away from Oakland, the worst owner in all of pro sports. But that's a topic for the Locked On A's podcast. For today, the Giants, man, 27-19 now on the season, and they pick up their 27th win on the back of their pitching. Yes, it was the big dramatic walk-off win in the late in this one, but man, Landon Roupp was solid today, man. Like, this guy showed you why the Giants are so high on him as a starter and why they're going to continue to give him a little bit of a leash. And look no further than what he did with that curveball today. 45% whiff rate. By the way, barely any hard hit balls off of that curveball, an average exit velo of just 80 miles an hour. The hardest hit ball off that curveball, just 93 miles an hour. So this guy was just dominant with his curveball today. Was getting a ton of strikeouts up there for, well, maybe not a ton, but he got 5 strikeouts in 6 innings. We'll take that any day of the week. He wasn't walking guys. That's been a big issue for Roupp this year. On days when he doesn't quite have that command, he can walk a few guys, and today he only walked 2. So Roupp did put some guys on base, gave up 5 hits and 2 walks, so 7 runners on base over 6 innings of work, and he worked around it pretty masterfully today. I really liked what I saw from him. He was doing a pretty good job living in, or at least close enough to the strike zone to have some really effective, close misses out there on the mound. 59 strikes in his 92 pitches. And I mean, he did his thing with the groundouts again, like little baby Logan Webb-esque. 8 groundouts today, and not 17 groundouts, which Webby had last night, which was just absolutely bonkers. But still, 8 groundouts is a pretty solid outing from a guy like Roupp. We know that he's got to figure out a way to pitch a little deeper into games, not let the pitch count run up so high. But I thought that this was his best start of the season so far, and I think that every single start that he's had, we've seen pieces of what he can be. We've seen the high strikeout totals, but they've also come with high walk totals. We've seen him get a lot of groundouts, but we've also seen him get hit pretty hard. And today, I feel like he kind of put it all together. He was not getting hit particularly hard today. Across the board, an average exit velo of 88 miles an hour. And he was locating the ball really well. He got all the ground balls that he wanted off that sinker. And the only, that was pretty much the only pitch that was hit hard today was that sinker. Only 5 hard hit balls off the bats of the Athletics when Roupp was pitching. And he was solid, super, super, super solid. And for that, we're going to give him today's player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Landon Roupp deserves the Locked On Player of the Game because he was just tough as nails today out there. But he wasn't the only one, man. This bullpen shined today. And I mean, the bullpen was super, super, super impressive. Got a little iffy there with Doval when he issued that walk with the Manfred man already on second base. But with 2 strikeouts in that inning, I mean, what more do you want, man? I mean, he ends that 10th inning with striking out Brent Rooker, and after he had walked Jacob Wilson to put runners at first and third. Very, very, very good outing by Camilo Doval and by everybody else in this bullpen. And I think that's what you'll be talking about after this one.
This is what you'll be talking about.
And what you'll be talking about is the Giants ready to plant the flag, man. This is the best bullpen in all of Major League Baseball. Book it, write it down, timestamp it, date it, whatever you want to do. Save the receipts and come back to me later on this year. The Giants have the best bullpen in all of baseball. I mean, you have multiple different options that you can go with at the end of the game. I mean, look at that inning from Randy Rodriguez and tell me that's not closer stuff. Look at how quick Tyler Rogers worked today to get out of that. What was that? The 7th inning or 8th inning? Tyler Rogers. I mean, what did he throw? 4 pitches for Tyler Rogers today. Excuse me. So it took him 4 pitches to get out of the whole inning. I mean, he was just so efficient today with what he was doing out there. Ryan Walker, I thought that he was kind of a little, he was hanging that slider a little bit, but he was good enough to get through that inning. And if your closer, who was only like last year, he didn't blow a single save. He's blown 2 his entire career. If that's like the question mark in your bullpen, that's a pretty good situation to be in because he's not really a question mark. He's a very, very, very rock solid back end of the bullpen piece. And then you have Camilo Doval doing what he's been doing for all his career, with the exception of a couple months last year where it looked like he might not even find his way back into a closer position again in his career. But I mean, he is arguably the most dominant pitcher that the Giants have out of the pen right now. Duvall looks like his old self, tranquilo, Camilo doing his thing out there. He had 2 strikeouts today, got 1.25 ERA on the season. I am so impressed with the way that he has bounced back, and not just him, but I mean, this whole bullpen has been ultra impressive as of late. And that's definitely what I think you're going to be talking about after this one. They have been solid all season long. Not very many ups and downs for this bullpen. In the months of March and April combined, they had the 2nd lowest ERA in all of baseball. Coming into today, they had the 8th lowest ERA in all of baseball for the month of May. So their batting average against is 216. So it's gone up a little bit since the 197 that they had in April/March. But overall, this bullpen, dominant, absolutely dominant. And I expect them to continue their dominance through the rest of this season, really. I mean, they are so deep. You got guys like Eric Miller who are very, very good as well. And as I said, Randy Rodriguez, Spencer Bivens has been pretty good. And you're going to have, a Jordan Hicks coming out of the pen, able to ramp up to about 100 miles an hour. And I think he's going to be much more effective as a bullpen arm than he's been as a starter. And also, Kyle Harrison has had some moments of life out of the pen this year too. So you got a lot of stuff working for the Giants right now. You got guys who are going to come back off the IL pretty soon in Casey Schmidt and Gerard Encarnacion. You got Fitz just coming back off the IL, and Landon Roupp tossing his best outing of the season. And it all culminates in a walk win for the San Francisco Giants. It's all the time that we got for you guys today. It's been a fun series so far. We'll see if the Giants can pull off the sweep tomorrow at Oracle Park, and we'll be coming to you live, as we always do, right after that one goes final. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. We'll see you next time. Peace.